Hello and welcome back to ITCL Race 8 Autopolis. You're here for the ITCL race and it's Chrysler 1-2 with Sabo and Zimmerman in the first row.
Underway. Here, Garbo has got off the line well enough, and that's all that he needs as we head towards turn one. We're going to see if these cars can overtake a little bit better than the WTCL one. So Jarbo leads, Zerman gets caught wide as Rodriguez tries to force his way down the inside, which he has
up to
done,
P3.
and he's up to P3. So Jarbo leads, Zerman second, then Rodriguez, Van Dalen, Nixon, Suki, Omer, Azachenkov, Madison, as Kona, Vavikas, who's now behind Never, down 12th, then Ramirez and Thompson rounding out the points in 14th. So Jarbo leading. That's a move down the inside by Suki on Nixon. And that's Ohm's spun. Ohm's been spun. Up the hairpin. Ohm's been spun. I saw Ohm sideways, I think it was. I saw one of the flatlands get spun, and it can't have been Harrison because he starts last. I think Ohm got spun. We'll have a look. Yeah, by Asachenkov. Here's why Asachenkov's now down the field. And we'll wait and see. But that's annoying for Flatland. Probably any chance of good points they've got gone. As Jarbo leads below Justin Zerman, then Rodriguez, then Van der Linde. And then they're getting a bit spaced out in behind. Bit of a train forming up behind Dominic Nemeth for 9th, headed by Ramakas behind them. So Jarbo going to try and hold on from Patrick Zerman. Here. For the race win. Oh, Zerman went wide. Through there, I wonder if he was trying to get an interesting line to set it up on Jarbo, but he's put himself majorly offline. That hasn't really paid off, although saying that Jarbo wasn't the cleanest for the final corner. Rodriguez is now right into this fight for third to make the run towards turn one. And Jarbo, Zerman, Rodriguez, that's the top three. Then comes Van Dyne through turn one. Nothing going to happen there in the top three. See if there's a battle further behind. Suki does Nathan there. That's Koda on the back of Madison. Lamakas is fighting off Ramirez and Thompson. In 13th, followed by Saba.
He started 22nd.
14th, up 8 places in one lap. Probably taking advantage of some of the chaos caused by Omen Asachenkov, to be fair.
Yeah, Liberty has a good race pace. But in qualifying they usually down the order.
So they're turning into a Lance Stroll for ITCL, it would appear, if that's the case. But either way, Jarbo leading just about from Zerman. Blue here. And that's how it will stay. 2 Advays, 2 Waterfords, and a Rotor in the top 5. As we head through here. Lap 2. It was a slightly more active first lap than the WTCL one. So Jarbo is still holding off Zerman for the time being. Stay on lap 2 of 12. Zerman again going to try and set it up on the outside to try and get a more tight line into the final corner. This time it's actually worked though, and he's got a bit closer to Jarbo. So Zerman's interesting line has paid off for the final corner. So we'll see if he can get the job done into turn one. Jarbo's just angling slightly towards the inside. That's going to make it harder for Zerman. He's not going to be able to get it done there. See the further down, you can see Azcona behind Madison. Never beginning to get closed in on by Ramakas as we see Thompson going down the inside of Ramirez into turn one. She got a bit out of shape, got a bump from Henry. And Ramirez is going to stay ahead, and in the end, nothing really changed in that fight. Although we can see Stava going down the inside of Henry here. We know about Liberty and Projectile's relationship outside of team principles, but Stava's ahead of Henry. Trying to get ahead of Thompson, but trying to do. Oh, big contact, Henry and Stava! I think Sabo might have got offline trying to get ahead of Thompson. Henry sent it down the inside, and that was a huge chunk of contact there. Sabo could have been flipped into the wall. So great control that by Cornell Sabo to stay in the race. And Sermon in the motor line is not a million miles away from the point. I was just outside of, well, Jones there. There's Flores. There's Sangari in 22nd.
So I think both Lycanthropes started inside the point.
Let's see. Asachenkov started 9th and Holzer started 14th. So, yes. And currently they are 18th and 21st. So, Asachenkov, to be fair, was because, well, actually, that was his own fault. So, this is the fight for the lead. Jarbo, Zerman, and Rodriguez. Vavaka's got ahead of Nemeth on the left-hand side. I saw that there. She was behind Nemeth, so I'm not sure where she got ahead, but she's ahead. Jarbo's ahead of Zerman and Rodriguez. This is the fight for the lead. Suki's having his own little race in 4th. That is Van der Lind. Nixon as well, to be fair. Although actually Nixon's fighting with Van der Lind. Then that's Kona, and then Madison and Vavakas, and then Nemeth running out the top 10. So, let's see. Zerman looks a little bit further back from Jarbo this time. But we'll see if he tries it into the first corner. And into turn one we go. Quite a long straight, but Zerman doesn't try it.
Oh,
Wait, Madison! Sorry, Madison's out! Madison's out! I was going to say, I thought someone was dropping.
Yeah. Oh, Madison in there.
Madison...
Oh.
Oh. What? Is he stuck in 3rd? Yeah! That'll explain it.
I wonder, messed up the P10 3.
So Madison was stuck in 3rd, I think, coming into a tyre. By the looks of it.
Yeah.
So he was going to retire regardless. Yeah, you can see he's stuck in 3rd. So Madison's out of the race. That was going to happen regardless. That result pushes Sermon into the point and Thompson up into the top 10. Good race so far for Thompson. She's up 5 places. You still see the 2 Advays and Sermon fighting out for the race lead. Then there's this trade for 4th. Suki, Van der Lind, Nixon, and Kona, who of course is confirmed going to Liberté next season. Or for like 1 race. In fact, he might even get traded off in pre-season. David Lester at Platinum style. Vavakas and Nemeth having a fight over 8th, 2 excellent young drivers. Then Thompson, then Savo in 11th. Ramirez in 12th, Sermon 13th, Henry 14th. Sure, there was another incident further down, but that's changed up. Just he holds a fighting with Sangari and Flores. Of course, her first race at Red Star. Into the inside there goes Holzer, and he's now up to 90 places. Was that a bit of damage from a Waterford there? That was damage from a Waterford. We've got yellow flags. Oh! No! Kennedy's out. But I think that's still damage from a Mallard. Not a Mallard, a Waterford. Yeah. So I'm not sure if Zerman's whacked the back of Jarbo.
No, I think.
But Kennedy's out with an engine issue.
And it's from Suki, he's down to 7.
Is it Suki? Oh! Oh, it's the wheel of Suki.
Oh!
Whoa! So that's where the damage appeared from. Van der Lind doing the, what Ezio did yesterday in the WTCL. Right into the back of him. So that's not good news for Suki. Jarbo all under pressure from Zerman. The good news for Suki is he has got a fastest lap at least. So at least he can take something out of this. There we go. Jarbo fighting with Zerman for the race win. That's how it's been since the start as they crossed the line to start lap 5 of 12. So we head into turn 1. Nothing going to happen there. Further down we can see a couple of fights. Vavakas has begun to pull away from Nemeth, who's actually now kind of over the pressure from Thompson, is having a brilliant race actually. She got put up for offers. Started this race, what, 15th? She's now fighting out for 9th. We've not even hit the halfway stage yet. So we'll have to wait and see on that.
Wasn't Cortig in the points earlier?
Oh yeah, no. No, Sermon was. I think. It was always Sermon. I Sermon won.
Oh,
Which wouldn't be news to be fair.
I think it was Cortig. Or maybe not.
If don't think so. I don't think he was ever anywhere. I think it was that you're thinking of. Zerman's now up against. Oh, Zerman got ahead. Whoa, 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 whoa! What did we miss? Oh, so Chavo was okay. So he went down the inside and just breezed by. And Rodriguez then tried to get past. That's why the two advays have dropped off the back. Because Chavo ended up holding up Rodriguez. Chavo's got a problem. No. Just a bit slow.
Simon's now building a gap.
Yep. Wow. Zerman. That is interesting. There you can see there. There's Ramacus. There's Nemeth and Thompson. Dominic Nemeth really has had a bit of a breakthrough season. Not to the extent of Harrison, but I know you have your praises for him, and he's definitely put up some good results this season, especially recently. So, interesting to see how he gets on here.
Since the Justice for Nemeth was in the trending, then he has been flying.
I mean, he picked up points in the last two races. He's currently running P9. Finished 6th last time out. Currently running 9th. Fighting with Charlotte Thompson. So, very impressive stuff lately from Nemeth, who I do believe is an Esther youth driver, isn't he? Alone. So, they'll be impressing back at HQ. You see the two advays still fighting. I wonder if Rodriguez will get past Chavo and then begin to hunt down Zerman. Manline did 4th, followed by Nick Kona and Suki, Barricas, Nemeth and Thompson. Then Sabo, Ramirez, Henry, and Sermon running out the points. No move made by Rodriguez just yet, though. See, as Rodriguez heads through here. Whether it's not going to happen, though.
They would need to work together and get back to Zimmerman rather than trying to overtake or defend.
Oh, that's a move by Suki on the inside of Atsukona for 6th place.
Atsuki on the outside.
And not gonna happen there, although gets a nice bit of traction, but more bumping between them. They're still going side by side.
Suki on the inside.
And Suki eventually with the inside line gets ahead. As Koda comes back, they're still fighting it out for 6th place. They fall a mile behind Nixon and Van der Linde as a result. But after all of that, finally, Suki has got ahead. They haven't really brought in Ramacas because this is a lava we're talking about. Nemeth and Thompson are still fighting for 9th. Savas just, Ramirez as well. Henry and then Sermon. So they're all kind of spaced out towards the edge of the points. Rodriguez has dropped off the back of Jaro. Nixon's closed right up to the back of Van der Linde for 4th place. The return of Colin Nixon, who after taking a podium in the 2nd race of the season has not finished in the points in the last 3 races. Kennedy blow up. No, we already saw that. So after no points in 3 races, he's now running P4. So you see Henry running 13th there. Thompson's still on the back of Nemeth. Van der Linde, as Kono's on the back of Suki, so we could see that absolute masterclass of a draw again. I would definitely pay to watch that one again. As we see Suki fighting with Kono over 6th position, and they stood up a real show last time out. Just ahead of them, you can see the other rotor Van der Linde fighting with Nixon, although Nixon had to pick a slight mistake with there because he's dropped off the back ever so slightly on laps 7 and 12. You see Suki fighting with Kono. See, or the other Kono, who's not at Rotor next season, but still got to do his job for the team while he's still there. Jaro is now 2 seconds behind Zerman, who's beginning to pull away with this. Tree has his 3rd, Van der Linde is 4th. Through here. Yeah. Giorgio got the gap down slightly in that final sector, to be fair. So we'll see if he can keep this kind of pace up. But we'll have to wait and see. And you can see Van Allen defending from Nixon, and you can see all the way back there to Thompson in 10th. But there's a bit of a drop off. Well, you can even see Sabo then, you can see. Oh, and that's
Ramirez.
And well, his curse season 5 continues. He's picked up 1 point all season, and this is his third DNF of the season.
Yeah,
so in 6 races, he's picked up 3 DNFs and 1 point. It really has not been the season for the season 3 champion Carlos Ramirez. And you have to question if he'll be at Outback next season. But at the moment he is. But that was as Thompson must have made them overtake attempts on Nemeth and failed. That's what that looked like. We'll have a look here. So Thompson pulls out late, gets past, and then gets knocked by Nemeth, and ends up behind again. Is that a case of Nemeth at fault? No, it looked like Thompson lost the rear end. If you have a look here, you can see that rear end of Thompson against the slider. She's tried to brake late, and that's why she then went into Nemeth, because the rear end slide a bit, and with a knock, that wasn't going to happen. That's good news for Amicus though, but yeah, let's go and dropped off back at Suki. Nixon's still fighting with Van though.
And Sabo overtook Thompson.
So, although Thompson's not having any of that, she's going to go right back down the inside, but Saba closes that off. And then Thompson gets a bit offline, but she holds it together, to be fair. Well, I remember, we've still got 4 and a bit laps of racing to go, because this is only lap 8 of 12. As you see, because Kuznetsov going down the inside and out of Chenkov. Didn't really happen there, and that might get overtaken by the other leak and flop of Holzer, but let's have a look. Holzer goes down the inside here.
Well, outside is better here.
Yeah, and Kuznetsov stays ahead as a result.
Yeah, you want to hit late apex here.
Thompson got ahead of Saba. Nothing back up into the top 10. So Thompson's back ahead now of Saba. Nixon's still behind Bandolind. Not sure when he's going to try the overtake. No chance he gets any higher than 4th though. Unless one of the ad base blows up or Zerman blows up in the lead. So there we go. So we have seen overtakes into turn 1. Nixon will be the next one, hopefully, to try it. See into turn 1. But not going to happen there. So it's actually slightly bringing in Suki a little bit. So we'll see if this turns into a freeway fight. We'll just have to wait and see for now. But it does look like Suki is slowly just closing up to the back of them. Here. Nixon's still behind Van der Lind. Rodriguez there running in 3rd place. Now Rodriguez is onto the back of the Chavo. He must have made a bad mistake somewhere.
Zimmerman is by 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So Zimmerman should win this easily. But yeah, the other race just fell apart.
Wait, see. But I mean, to be fair, you say fell apart. I wouldn't argue. I would argue that a 2nd or 3rd is not exactly the end of the world.
Well, yeah, from that part, but I think that losing 5 seconds under 3 laps to a title rival is
okay, but they still have both drivers on the podium, and then Miles Hill at the top of the championship. This is not a bad result for them.
Yeah, and their pace fell apart then.
I mean, maybe this race fell apart, but even then, second or third. So, I mean, you want to know the amount of I mean, some of the things that some of these teams would do to even get anywhere near the podium, let alone get two on the podium. But he is entitled problems. Either way, Nixon's still behind Van Island. This man's probably gonna get PTSD to those colours. Red, white, and blue. Meanwhile, yeah, Suki didn't really close up to the back of them, so a bit disappointing that one, to be honest. Thought he would, but it didn't really happen in the end. Rodriguez.
Oh no!
And there's contact!
There is the drama. Outway drivers crash.
Right, now that is interesting. So,
can I
okay,
say
no.
that they fell apart now?
Yeah. Now I think it's a valid reason to say it. And
And they bang again.
Jesus
Pathetically on
Christ.
the outside,
Joe's
Gustavo got damage.
either, so yeah, Joe's got no rear either, so he's gonna have massive damage and massive pace loss. Van der Lin's closing up to them.
And they're still battling.
Still going side by side. Van der Lin's now right
And
behind them.
all tough now.
Charles offline. Rodriguez up to second.
Van der Linde
seconds third.
Van der Linde is standing there.
We'll have to wait and see what happens, but yeah, I think it might now be a fair case to say that. I mean, to be fair, they're still second and third for now. I don't know what Van der Linde's
but for how long? Someone got damage. Rodriguez also probably got damage.
The race has now fallen apart, but I mean,
they've
still got a driver in second with no damage. I mean, they went from second and third to second and third. The race is still something, even if Jarvis drops back to say fourth or fifth. Still not the end of the world for Hadley. But it does look like Jarvis might just begin to drop back with 2 laps to go. As Van Linden and Nixon have come onto the back of him. Then Suki and Ascona, and then Mamakas, who is next, followed by Nemeth, Thompson, Sarah, Henry, Owen, Sermon. There's the move by Van der Linde. That didn't really happen though. Let's have a look then. As Van der Linde comes out onto the back of Jarbo, Nixon is behind them in 5th. Suki is 6th. 7th place belongs to Ascona. Let's wait and see. But Rodriguez, yeah. See, into the corner. Not going to happen there for anyone, I don't think. Jarbo's still holding himself very well, to be fair, given he has the rear bumper. Although Van der Linde trying to go right around the outside there. Is that a move by Suki or Nixon? No, it's not. I thought Suki was sending it down the inside there. But it was not going to happen there. This is going to form a nice little train, though. It's going to be in Ascona. So it's going to turn into a 5-way fight for third on the final lap of the race. So don't go anywhere. 5-way fight for third. You would not get this in WTCL. Especially on the final lap of the race. This is why ITCL is the superior division in my opinion. But either way. Regardless of which division you think is superior. Nixon trying to go for the German line through there. Let's see. Suki and Van Linde both angling for moves. As they start the final lap, and in the background there you can see Sterry Babaka's in 8th as Suki's going for the inside move on Nixon into turn 1. Let's see. This is going to take these to the podium fight as they bang wheels. They're still going side by side. Nixon's just about stayed ahead as Koda's now trying to get ahead.
Maybe a slingshot overtake.
Jarbo and Van der Linde have pulled away, so it looks as if that's going to be the fight for third now. Let's see if Van der Linde will attempt a manoeuvre. I don't think there is going to happen. That's bad because they can see no effort. That Sauer's got ahead of Thompson. Not sure when that happened, but Thompson's
when Thompson,
around the middle of the race
Thompson made an overtaken Nemeth and then Thompson had to back out, and that's when Sauer was.
Well, Thompson had a nice little stick at the middle of the race, but it just hasn't really come through at the end. Van der Linde's still behind.
That's the dive bomb. Oh!
Huge contact!
And Suki into the wall. And Suki's out.
Suki's out. Yeah, the engine's gone. Well, that's going to be a penalty for Ascona, right? Surely. I mean, that's attempted murder, no? Let's have a look.
Something like that.
Right, let's see. Yeah, he's a mile back. He's pulled out late. Suzuki has kind of turned in on him. But as Kona was a mile back, he had like
Yeah, but
when Suzuki's turning for the corner, as Kona's not even alongside him.
yeah, so it's
As Kona should not be going for the move from that far back. That's going to be a penalty for Kona. That's a risky overtake, and he's put a drive out of the race. So that'll be a stonewall penalty for Kona. If that's 5 seconds, that's going to drop him down to 7th.
yeah, both rotor
But
drivers will get
in fact, that
penalties.
might drop him. Yeah, that's going to drop him behind Ramakas. But still, Van Lin fight with Jarlo. There's Kona in 6th place. Although he'll probably drop down to 7th after the penalty. Because they'll probably give him a 5-second one. Which they'd like to do. So I'll drop him behind Ramakas. There we go. There's Jarlo. There's Van Lin. Zerman, though, well, the Advays might have tried to murder each other halfway for the race, but he didn't really care. He's gone through and absolutely dominated the race in the end. He's won it by roughly about the same amount that Goldschmidt wins JTCL races. Rodriguez is going to cross the line in 2nd, and despite all their drama in this race, Advay are still going to get a double podium because they're just that good. Vanderlane will cross line 4th, Nixon 5th. As Kona for now crosses the line 6th, but he might get a 5-second time penalty. Ramikins will finish 7th, but she'll probably end up 6th after the Azcona penalty. Good debut from her. Never another good struggle in 8th. Savin 9th. Thompson 10th. Henry 11th. Then Ohm. Sturman gets a much needed 2 points for the motor line with Asachenko in 14th. Then Holzer, Kuznetsov, Sangari, Harrison, Venner, Weber. Nessing going to cross the line next, followed by Flores, Cortin, Muella, and Minas will be last to finish. Suzuki after that incident with Azcona is out. Ramirez blew up, Kennedy blew up, and Madison blew up as well. Well, it was a drama-filled race, as they normally are in ITCL. We had Advay try to murder each other halfway through the race, and they still got a double podium. So, just announce their promotion to WTCL for Season 6 at this point. And I know they got 4th, good result. Back to form for Lowe. I know that's going to drop to 7th after the penalty, but 4th and 7th. Nice return. Double points there. Nixon returns, he's into 5th. Ramakas and Nemeth showing why the youth can put in good shifts, as Ramakas will get promoted to 6th after the Azcona penalty, and Nemeth is ending up 8th. Thompson finally did something, she ended up 10th. So there's that. And of course, Henry somehow managed to end up in 11th. So it was an action-packed race from the start to the finish, really. And that was bloody entertaining.
Yeah, it was an interesting race, as always. Only Rotel and Andrew managed to score points with both drivers. Tsuki got knocked out by Ascona.
Oh yeah, so Waterford would have had it, but well, Azcona forgot that you actually meant to, send it down the inside before you make it to the corner. But whatever. Yeah, I don't see a way that Azcona doesn't get a penalty for that. When Suki's beginning to turn for the corner, Azcona's not even alongside him. There's no way Suki would have known that he was trying it. And then Azcona just put him in the wall. So I don't really see a way that Azcona can defend himself there. I don't see a way how that's not a 5-second time penalty. Or a 3-second time penalty, whatever they decide to award him. But I don't see a way that he isn't penalised for that manoeuvre. I know also you'll be very happy with never finishing 8th. I know. I'm a big fan of him. Probably because he's Hungarian, but it's still a reason. But still, 8th place for him.
Yeah.
Another good drive. He had a nice little fight with Savin and Thompson pretty much the entire race, so there was that.
And
the race as well.
Yeah, and Andvey extends the lead in the promotion fight.
Advay are just too strong. Advay are going up. Unless they absolutely implode. Yeah, and then no race next weekend. And then the week after that, we return for Bathurst, which was, it was something last season. So expect more chaos.
It had the red flag incident last season.
Yeah, there was several red flags, several DNFs. It was a fucking mental race. I think we had Kim Won-jae and was it Won-jae and Iskander coming together on the final lap at the final corner or something?
Yeah, something like that.
And that caused a bit of drama there. Down at Audi. But yeah. Season 4 Bathurst was mental, and I expect Season 5 to be mental. Of course, next week we have the WTCL still going on. But
Yeah, and Adway also fancies another chance to extend the lead because Dupra was usually or always has been the best endurance or rumble driver in the ITCL field. As Christensen dropped off, so I think those two are who used to be out there. But we will see. There will be.
I think it's always been on the bubble. Like they've always been there or thereabouts. Like you look at season 3, which I know is technically the worst season. Okay, they finished safe, but to be fair, that wasn't really a season where teams could really do much. And then last season, they finished 4th behind Upsala Ranga, who went up, and Baltico eventually became Waterford. So they've always been solid. And of course, this season, Rodriguez has found good form. Java has come in and done very well. So, yeah, first podium for Java of the season, by the way, with that result. Second win of the season for Zerban. So, but yeah, Advay looking very strong at the moment. We'd have to see an Advay like double the indefinite rate, I think, for them not to go up.
Yeah, well, we are eager to find out what will happen the rest of the ITCS season. There will be 4 normal races after the Rumble race, so it's still wide open. What are we looking to get promoted currently? And today we have a WTCL race.
And Dion actually win a race, we'll find out.
Yeah, it will be interesting. And yeah, next weekend we go to Imola. So yeah, in 1.5 hours, tune in for the WTCL race. So see you there and goodbye.